Good morning, friends and family, associates and acquaintances alike. So I wanted to make a quick video after watching this nonsense about what occurred in Charlotte, Virginia, over near UVA. And the reason I wanted to talk about this specifically is because everything that occurred there could have been avoided for a multitude of reasons. So let's start with why it occurred. Okay, one of the things we need to get over is we have a history in our country. Some things we're proud of, some things we are not proud of. Okay, but taking down monuments and things like that will not change the fact of what happened in history. There's a famous saying that if we don't recognize and look at history, we're doomed to repeat it. So if we try to destroy and not acknowledge the history we have and learn from why things happen, guess what? It's going to happen again. Taking down monuments of a Southern general is not going to change the fact that history happened. I want that monument there because I want to say, okay, I remember the Civil War. I remember what happened. I studied about it. I learned about it in school. And you know what? We're never going to go there again. That's a part of our past. It's who we are. Taking away reminders of it doesn't change anything. The reminder's been there forever. You want to forget about it? I don't, because I want to learn from it and I want to move forward from it to say, look back and say, you know what? That was our ignorant past. We're no longer those people anymore, and that's not our future. And we can do better as human beings and as Americans, and we can take pride in overcoming our past indiscretions, past ignorances, and things like that. So had the statues not been taken down, then we wouldn't have given a place or a reason for the fodder of these so-called neo-Nazi, white nationalists, etc. to come out and protest. So that's number one. Had that not been removed, that was the catalyst that brought them out. And then, of course, with them coming out, then you had the BLM, the Antifa people coming out to counter-protest the white nationalist and neo-Nazi party. You see how this works? You give attention to trolls, and you feed them. They get bigger, stronger, louder. Any trolls. Internet, in life, whatever. If you don't give them power, they have none. If you ignore people that want to get a rise out of you, that want to cause problems, they have nothing over you. Someone could walk down the street with me by myself tomorrow. Me, as a law-abiding armed citizen, a lifelong martial artist, very proficient in many fighting arts as well as the gun, wouldn't just laugh because there's nothing that person can do to me. I know I'm above it. I know I could physically decimate them, mentally decimate them, spiritually on all fronts, pen, knife, and sword. Doesn't bother me. What they want to elicit, anyone who does something ignorant wants to elicit a negative response, because guess what? When you're miserable and hateful, it's a lonely ass place. Don't feed the trolls. Stop giving these people power. Stop causing things. Look at all the devastation that was allowed because of one small thing, and it propelled to many things. So first I want to say, may God rest the souls of those Virginia State police officers that were flying over there to do their job, to stop the violence that was caused by both of these idiotic sides. But again, it was an unnecessary loss of life caused by stupid ignorance from the beginning that should have never taken place. Stop trying to appease people and worrying about that. We are individuals, and we are the people who are responsible for how we act and how we live and how we perceive things. The bottom line is this: nobody can get you upset, angry, or anything unless you allow them to. Are you that weak that words can manipulate you, that you're going to give someone a remote control and say, hey, here, control me. I'm a marionette. Here's my strings. Oh, you called me this. Boo hoo hoo. I'm sad. My day's ruined. I'm angry. Ooh, I'm mad because someone called me a name. If you're that weak, you've got problems of your own that you need to deal with. The ultimate mastery of a person is mastering yourself first. Having self-discipline, knowing who you are, being secure as the person that you are, and not allowing other people to get a rise out of you. There's no person in the world that can call me a name and have me come out and be having an adverse reaction out of anger. It's never going to happen, period. Because I'm stronger than that. It's weak. It's below me. I'm here. That's there. I will never fall or sink that low. Try that. If you're sitting there bitching and complaining, you should be ashamed of yourself to say, oh, someone called me a name, so my day is ruined. Boo hoo hoo, I'm a baby. Someone called me a name. It's hurting my feelings. Really? Man the fuck up. Brace up, cowboy up, however the fuck you want to say it. Stop being a little bitch about it. If you're that weak that someone can call you a name and that hurts or ruins your day, you got some serious issues you need to deal with. You need to go do some soul searching, learn discipline, learn how to re-strengthen yourself, spirit, mind, and body, and stop letting people control you. This is all ridiculousness. All I've seen on vacation this morning is looking at Facebook posts about people taking sides. You know where my side is? With the fucking American Republic, because I'm a fucking American. With our public and who we are, where we stand in this country, that's who I'm with. And that's regular, decent people here to work hard, to do the best they can, to raise families. If you don't have a family, to work hard and contribute to society. That's all I care about. Be decent to each other. Who gives a fuck about these little fringe groups? Those people are not contributing to society. They're working remedial jobs, if they're even fucking working at all. And all they want to do is thrive on going out there. That's their life. You take that away, they will fizzle out into thin air and you'll never hear from them again. I promise you. Because if you're too busy trying to better yourself and you're working hard and you have goals to achieve, like me, this stuff won't bother you. You won't be a part of it. You won't be dragged into it. If you ignore people who are trying to make noise, right? They have nothing left. They will fizzle away when they see no one comes. Imagine if I stood out there and said, hey, I hate peanut butter. Let me get some anti-peanut butter haters out there. And we're going to get some news cameras and we're going to protest peanuts because they suck and they taste disgusting. And no one else showed it. I was just me out there with my little flag that says, I hate peanut butter. And there's no reporters and there's no people. Guess what? I'm going to lose interest. I'm going to drop that flag. I'm going to walk away and try to find something else to do with my life other than be a loser and stand there and do nothing. Racism only is learned and taught by people. When I was growing up as a kid, I heard so many stories from friends of mine that were taught racism from they were kids. And they turned around and they saw it was bullshit. One of my friends, his uncle was a grand wizard in the Ku Klux Klan. He told me, he said, you know, it's weird, man. Baraka, I have to talk to you. He pulled me aside after a PE one day in 10th grade and said, my uncles and my grandfathers and my great-grandfathers and my father, they're all part of the Ku Klux Klan. And this dude was a guy from Southern Virginia. He says, man, I never met a person as cool as you, man. And I'm not just saying that because you're black, but it's just that I was always taught that you're just like me, man. You know, I can't believe it. It's bullshit what I was taught. One of my other friends, I won't say her name because she's ashamed of it, but one of her uncles or cousins who lived in West Virginia, he had a dog, a black lab. They named it Nigger. I thought it was hilarious because they're ignorant. It's stupid. Who cares? Did I drive up to it and say, where's your uncle live? I'm going to go and call the police and say, this is racist because he has a black lab named Nigger. And man, it hurts my feelings. I'm upset. I can't be friends with you anymore because your uncle's a fucking ignorant racist. Come on, people. People are ignorant. You should feel bad for people who are that ignorant and that say stupid shit. I mean, seriously, their intelligence is not high. They're not They're not doing anything for the world. They're not doing anything for society but poisoning it. And that's fine. Let them have their little thing. Teach your own children, your own friends, your own neighbors to be above that. And they have no power. They can only have power if you give it to them. So again, people, use your brains. Outthink the dummies, because the dummies are down here and they're looking for an illicit emotional response. That's like hurling things is like throwing rocks at you, racial insults and things to upset you. If you just let it bounce off your chest, boom, it can't hurt you. And they will get run out of rocks, or they'll get tired of throwing them and they'll walk away. It's that simple. It's really not hard. So again, people, come on, wake up. Stop getting upset. There's other shit going on in the world right now that's more important than this, okay? Like I told you guys in the video last week, I walked down the streets of DC last week and I saw homeless veterans all over the place. You know what? Give some of that attention that you're worried about this stupid shit going on in the headlines there. Why don't you go find a fucking charity or take some blankets and some food and stuff down to DC that's close and help out some of these homeless veterans, or go down and give them a prayer or do something positive instead of worrying about this shit and being keyboard warriors fighting each other back and forth, being upset. This is what you're going to spend your Sunday doing instead of preparing for the week to do better, to work harder, to become better, to be stronger, Come on, people. Wise up, wake up. Life is 10% about what happens to you, 90% how you react to it. Choose to be happy. Fight forward through the bad stuff. Don't look back. Tomorrow's promised to no one. Don't waste your time. It's the most precious and valuable commodity you have in life. Stop wasting it on ignorance and dumb shit. Be fucking happy. It's a choice. Fight through this stuff. All right, guys? Thank you so much. Appreciate so many of you guys joining. I appreciate it. Again, don't let stupid shit like this bother you. Be above it. Rise above it. You're better. We're all better. And if we hold each other accountable and call each other out on this bullshit, it will be better for our entire country. God bless you guys. Have a great day. Stay strong. Be positive. Fight forward. Tomorrow's promised no one. Do your best today. Now. Can you dig it?